Started again. It was set to loop. Hi, I'm Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime streaming show, where we watch films about mosquitoes. Because guess what? Mosquitoes are coming back out. Not that they totally went away. Like, I was getting mosquito bites in December, and I am one of those people that mosquitoes love. So I get bit all the time. Anyhow, so that came from the Mogul Brothers collection, which we scanned, which was part of the Orgone Cinema Archive. Let's see. Somebody else that we do scanning work for is Craig Baldwin, who is a filmmaker and collector based in San Francisco, in the Mission District. And he sometimes just sends me reels of random clips that he has compiled. And here's an example of that. This is World Dance, various sources. I don't know what they were, what they are, where they came from, but here you go. Enjoy.
Beauty and variety at first seem endless and bewildering. For every spoken language, there's an accompanying language of movement, each one carrying messages from the heart of a society. To understand the role of dance in human history, we must somehow decode these varied patterns of body language, of silent communication. These are folk dancers of Germany. These, whirling dervishes of Turkey. Ostrich dancers from the Andes. Funeral maskers from the Sudan. Americans at a Sunday afternoon love-in in Los Angeles. What have these different movement styles, each one apparently so unique and so irrational, what do they have to tell us about the history of culture? With Choreometrics, we enter this planetary kaleidoscope, looking for steady pattern, searching to find measures of movement that vary regularly with culture and with social structure. This Burmese hill farmer appears to be tracing intricate circles with his movements. We'll begin our search here, observing the tracing of the limbs through space. And Navajo girls define a one-dimensional system. And to the spiraling arabesques of these Indonesian candle dancers tracing three-dimensional paths. The up and down bouncing and linear arm shaking of these New Guinea dancers shapes a one-dimensional style, contrastive to the curving two-dimensional gestures of these Polynesians, and to the spiraling three-dimensional gyrations of a Ceylonese fire dancer.
Yeah. So it's very frustrating for me to get these. I like showing them because they're just this amazing kind of montage of things. And this might have been something for a show that he did. He does this screening series called Other Cinema. I think twice. He does 2 series a year, potentially. And so he might have compiled this and then shown some other interesting stuff. When Katrina and I were in San Francisco, we went to his space and we saw a show, and it was awesome. It was really great. Okay. I know many of us are beginners learning things, so this is heat for beginners. Enjoy. It was removed, so let's do Energy Seekers instead. Enjoy.
The sun, radiant source of wind and weather, and all the energy stored in plants and fossil fuels. In the next few weeks, the sun will shower us with more energy than is contained in all the Earth's coal, gas, and oil combined. We speak of finding new energy, but mostly what we're seeking are more ways to tap the same enduring source. The problem is critical. Our jobs, our homes, our daily lives have been dependent upon the availability of cheap energy. There is no such thing anymore. Dependence upon unstable sources of energy from abroad endangers our future. Somehow, we have to find additional energy. Some energy seekers are determined to harvest the wind.
Is it gonna work? Just a minute, don't hook it up yet.
They foresee acres of whirling blades on future wind farms. The twin 100-foot blades of this wind-powered mill generate enough electricity to supply 500 homes. This 10-story steel giant may be a forerunner of the future. But today, more than 99% of our usable energy comes from fossil fuels, nuclear power, and hydroelectric. And unfortunately, for years to come, other resources can only supplement them. At present, nuclear energy is created by the fission or splitting of atoms. Experimenters are working on the problems of fusion or joining of hydrogen atoms. Using forms of hydrogen taken from seawater, fusion would mean an inexhaustible energy source. We depend so much upon oil that new sources of liquid fuel are high on the search list. We know how to liquefy coal, which we have in abundance. Researchers envision these chunks of coal turned into flowing streams of synthetic oil or converted to pipelines of gas. More plants for such conversion are being built. Getting oil from rocks is feasible. Major projects are underway to extract the oil locked in Rocky Mountain shale. Some forms of vegetation yield more oil than others. Various oil weeds are being tested. Someday, farmers may be planting weeds and harvesting an oil crop. Already, Midwest corn and other grains are being distilled into ethyl alcohol and mixed with gasoline to create gasohol. In the tar sands area of Canada, they're literally scooping oil from the ground. The tar, or bitumen, is separated from the sand and refined into oil at the rate of more than 100,000 barrels a day. Several tar sand areas exist in the United States. Crude oil is still our major source of usable energy. Today's oil rigs are marvels of engineering. To build and supply them is a job for the stout-hearted, but they get it done. In places, the hot interior of the Earth visibly yields its energy in the form of steam. The geysers area of Northern California is one of nature's own steam power plants. This geothermal site will generate enough electricity to meet the needs of more than 1 million people. Vast hot rock areas underlie other parts of the country, and numerous experiments are aimed at tapping the furnace that lies beneath our feet. What about the dream of car engines that run on water? It's a reality, or almost. Water, H2O, is 2/3 hydrogen. And cars like this can operate on hydrogen, the same fuel that launched spacecraft to the moon. If the energy hunters succeed in licking the high cost of separating the hydrogen, well, there are oceans of it out there. Living plants have the same hydrocarbons as coal and oil, though not in such concentrated form. Some see the fallen timber lying in our great forests as a substantial source of fuel. Others are looking to fast-growing species of trees as a possible fuel crop. Till recently, garbage was strictly a disposal problem, and one of the nuisances it produced was methane gas. Here in New Jersey, pipes buried in the landfill now gather that methane gas as a resource. Piped to a nearby steel mill, the garbage gas is used to warm the ladles that receive the molten steel, reducing dependence on natural gas. Meanwhile, other searchers are finding more natural gas by drilling deeper than ever before, and by cracking deep sand formations where gas is locked in. Pipelines are being rushed to completion to get this new gas to towns and cities. Above all, shines the ultimate dream, energy directly from the sun. Sun energy is diffused over wide areas, but even non-scientists can observe the considerable heat produced over a distance of 5 feet, 4.5 inches. That same heat pouring into a building designed for a greenhouse effect can reduce winter fuel bills. Indirect systems can be added to existing buildings. The heat trapped in solar panels heats water, which is then stored for use. A modern vehicle repair building, heated by solar energy, its walls insulated with earth and grass. Heat doesn't travel well. Electricity does. So others are working on methods of turning sunlight directly into electricity. High hopes are held for photovoltaic cells, the expensive solar batteries of space satellites. The silicon chips chemically transform sunlight directly into electrical current. Some envision huge solar collectors in the clearer atmosphere of space, beaming energy to Earth. In laboratories, investigators are seeking ways to produce these solar cells at lower cost. Others are working with lenses, which focus more sunshine on the cells to increase power output. Near Tucson, this bank of photovoltaic cells supplies all the electricity for a nearby Indian community. In other experiments, solar thermal power systems focus the sun to turn water to steam. This one can concentrate the sun's heat 1,000 times. The power tower is a large-scale version of the solar thermal system. Guided mirrors follow the sun and concentrate a single 5 million watt beam of solar radiation to a receiver atop the tower. The beam instantly vaporizes flowing water into high-pressure steam, which then powers a turbine generator and produces electricity. There may be energy for the future if we are ingenious enough to make use of it and wise enough to conserve it. Any widespread conservation practice adds up enormously. If Americans lower thermostats, use a little less electricity and hot water, and obey the 55-mile speed limit, the saved energy will amount to more than 1 million barrels of oil per day. There is not one solution, but many possibilities, as a new breed of energy pioneers engage the problem on many fronts.
Okay, let the wind have her. All right!
Exciting. Where am I? Yeah, so this is one of those films about made during the energy crisis, which the energy crisis, of course, was the fact that oil producing nations were beginning to put the squeeze on the United States and other places, and things were getting more expensive. And it was during a recession. It was just bad scene, and so there was this anxiousness about, like, well, we got to look to the future. We got to look, and for this, pollution was not a consideration. And so the whole idea of being able to go and pull more petroleum or coal out of the ground made sense because it was cheap, it was inexpensive, and it was the United States, and there was already people controlling that politicians were friendly with. So there was no consideration about the fact that, all that stuff that you're drilling and mining and processing is just stored carbon that if you burn it, it's just going to get thrown into the air. So anyways, it's interesting to look at that stuff, and also to kind of see, like, wow, okay, some of these technologies took off now, more recently. It took a long time for it to happen, like almost 50 years, it feels like. And some of them are wildly successful, and some of them were really horrible. Fracking being one of those things. They talk about tar sand. We actually, when we were visiting our friends in Santa Barbara, they were faculty. They had faculty housing off the beach, and we were walking on the beach and looked at our feet, and our feet was filled. It was tar, and basically that was tar sand. So it was naturally occurring tar. And there were some oil drilling platforms on the horizon. So that's what that was all about. All right. So behind me we have a film scanner. And I don't know if you noticed, I was trying to move some things around and accidentally broke the club painting frame. The painting itself is still intact, but I have to get a new frame. So we're trying to make room for the YouTube plaque that we got, thanks to you guys. All right, so anyways, got a film behind me, and let me change the name of it real quick. This is called Movie Star's Daughter. And this, I don't know what, this might have been an after-school special, or I'm not 100% sure. We need to watch it and find out. Enjoy. Still loading. Still loading the film. Nope. Try it again. Come on. Alright, here we go.
Tell me, Hal, would you say that you are more like the secret agent in Triple Threat or the jewel thief in your last movie, Passport to Paris?
Jewel thief or secret agent, you know, it's all in a day's work.
Oh, come on, Hal. Don't tell me that you don't lead the glamorous life, because who'd believe it? Now, is it true that you left Beverly Hills and moved your family to a small town in Long Island?
That's true.
Where in Long Island?
Woodport.
Woodport! Oh, isn't that wonderful? Are you here to make a new movie? Why the move, Hal?
Well, we just wanted to get away from Beverly Hills so my daughter Dina could lead a more normal life.
Oh, this lovely young lady is your daughter. Oh. Well, you must think it's pretty special to have such a wonderful daddy. Now, what is it like to be the daughter of a superstar like Hal McCain?
Well, I've never been anything else.
Times is dynamite.
Hey.
That Triple Threat is 3 times as exciting as any other movie in town.
Oh, wait a minute, what did it say about you?
Oh, yeah, where am
Oh, wonderful, brilliant, not bad.
That goes in the scrapbook.
What I can't figure out is why anybody would want my autograph.
Well, you see, when you're a famous journalist, then they'll already have it, so they won't have to ask you for it.
Oh, sure.
Now you see why we've never taken you to premieres before. People go crazy when they see a movie star.
But the thing that got me was that all those people really think they know you.
And little do they know, but my own daughter beat me at tennis only yesterday.
And the day before.
You know, you really ought to try out for the tennis team. After all, you were on the team in Beverly Hills.
I don't even know if there is a tennis team here. The whole school is so different. I mean, I've been here a week already, and I still feel kind of like somebody from another planet.
Dina.
Okay. Hi there.
Come on, honey.
Oh. Hi, Jimmy. Yeah, I sure did.
Bye,
Well,
Daddy.
bye, hon. Hope. Bye, hon.
Here.
Have a nice day.
You're not really worried, are you? Listen, maybe if you could write for the school paper like before, huh?
I guess I should ask anyway.
Sure you should. And then when you meet some of the other kids, you'll find out it's so different here.
Well, mostly. I feel funny because in Beverly Hills, everybody's mom or dad was famous. And here, well, if they find out about Daddy, they'll think I'm some kind of a freak.
Oh, come on. You just have to give it some time. Once they get to know you, they'll think you're terrific, huh? Put your sweater on.
Excuse me, this table's already taken.
Look at her blouse.
Sorry, I just saw the empty seat.
For your information, this table is always taken by the members of the Cameo Club.
I said I was sorry.
Where in the world did she get that skirt?
Mars.
You mean she's here? You mean Hal McCain's daughter's here at Emerson? Have you seen her yet? Huh?
Have you seen her here?
No, she was on TV so fast. I'm not sure I'd recognize her.
Oh, come on. How hard can it be? Just look for a kid with dark glasses and mink sneakers.
Mink sneakers, you think so?
No, Tom. Never mind. Look, just find her, get an interview with her, and if you do, I'll put it on the front page next week, okay?
Great.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
You're the editor, right?
Uh-huh, right.
Well, I just transferred here last week. I used to write for the paper at my old school. And I was wondering if maybe...
Yeah, do you have anything I could read?
Oh, yeah. I brought some of the articles I wrote.
Okay, why don't you leave these with me? I'll read them through, and come back at the end of the week. I'll let you know what I think, okay?
Okay. Is Friday all right?
Yeah, that is the end of the week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. What's wrong with you?
You're the editor of the Bulldog, right? Because you got like a surefire nose for news, or never miss a thing, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, just take a look at who wrote those stories you got there.
What's the matter, Dee?
Nothing.
You still mad at me for moving here?
Oh, Daddy, it's not your fault, but I just hate it here. The kids make fun of me behind my back, and they laugh at the clothes I wear, and they won't even talk to me.
Well, it'll get better, really. Give it some time.
Who's that?
That's her. That's Hal McCain's daughter.
How do you know?
Well, I heard it from Mary Cat, who heard it from Lisa.
Oh, no! What? Wait a minute, isn't that the girl that tried to sit at our table yesterday? The one with the nerdy skirt?
Uh-oh, now what do we do?
Okay, leave it to me. All I know is with a father like that, she has got to be in Cameo. Hey! Don't you ever miss? You calling me? Hi.
Hi. I guess you want to use the court, right?
No, I was just watching. I'm just learning to play myself. I've never seen anyone as good as you are.
Thank you. My father taught me to play, and I've been practicing a lot, too.
Oh, really? Boy, I wish I had someone good to teach me how to play. You wouldn't believe how hopeless I am.
You're not hopeless at all. I was watching you play with your friend, and I thought your form was great.
Oh, my form's okay. It's just that half the time I can't get the ball over the net.
Wait a minute. Maybe I could teach you and give you a couple of pointers.
Would you?
Sure.
Great.
Come on.
Let's see your serve.
Now, you really shouldn't hold that way, okay? It's just like shaking hands. Imagine my hand's the racket.
Hi. Hi. By the way, my name's Allison Blackwell. What's your name?
Dina McCain.
See him? That is Danny Uggle. Uggle. Is that really his name? No. That's what everybody calls him. He's the biggest creep in the whole school. Why? Why? Just look at him. Come on, let's go. Where'd you go to school before, anyway?
California.
Oh, well, maybe it's different in California. But at Emerson, there were two kinds of kids, the neats and the nerds.
I guess it was different in California.
Who were the nerds? Guys like him. Girls like her.
Why is she a nerd?
Because she was born one. She probably has nerd parents and lives in a nerd house, too. I mean, did you see her blouse? Doesn't it make you gag? What's wrong with her blouse? Nothing. If you're a nerd, that is.
Well, how do you know I'm not?
Are you kidding? I could tell right away you were neat. I'll pay for it.
Oh, thanks. But you will have to get new clothes and things. And you should do your hair differently. But you're definitely neat. Oh, you'll be in Cameo and on the squad and everything. Oh, wow. What's a squad? Cheerleading, dummy. But I don't even know if I want to be a cheerleader. Well, you love it. Tomorrow you have to have lunch at the Cameo table and I'll introduce you to everybody, okay? Come on, here's your racket. Let's go. Hi. Oh, hi. I read those stories you left me. And? You're a good writer. Thank you. So, do you want your assignment? What? Your assignment. You did ask me for a job writing on the Bulldog, didn't you? Yeah, but... Okay, I need a story about the drama department. It's got to be 250 words, no more, and it's got to be done by Tuesday. Can you do it? Yeah, sure. I have a Cameo meeting on Monday. Oh, you're in Cameo now, huh? That figures. What do you mean? I mean, it figures, that's all.
Dina, why didn't you tell me about your dad? I mean, I'm like your very best friend, and I had to hear it from somebody else. I couldn't believe it either. It's like the most fantastic thing that ever happened.
Well, it's not like I could just walk up to kids and say hi. My dad's a movie star.
Yeah, well, the word is out.
Excuse me.
Looks like even the nerds know about your dad.
Are you really? Is it true? I mean, is your father really Hal McCain?
Yeah.
I told you.
Can't you see she's getting her lunch?
What?
I said she's trying to get her lunch. She can't be bothered with you.
Triple Threat was the best
Oh, I
movie.
bet every nerd in the whole school's gonna come up to you now and ask dumb questions like that. You know, you have to learn who to talk to and who not to bother with.
They didn't look like nerds.
Of course they were. Listen, Dina, we gotta teach you how to recognize a nerd fast, or you're gonna be in real trouble. Come on.
Hi. I came back because I thought maybe I could help you practice for cheerleading tryouts next week. I mean, everybody knows you're going to make the squad, so it's really no sweat. But I thought it might be fun if I showed you some of the routines. Well, I was just working on my article for the paper, and I'm not really good on stuff like that. But I'll try. Come on back. Is your father home? Oh, no, he's playing golf. Excuse the mess, but we still haven't finished unpacking.
It's fantastic. I saw him get that.
On TV, you know.
Who's that?
Isn't that Candace Bergen?
Uh-huh.
I love it. I mean, to you, Candace Bergen is like a friend of the family, right? This is really unreal.
Is this his?
Are we going or what? Come on.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go, go, Emerson Junior High. All of our opponents get ready to die. Our team is the Bulldogs and we really do fight. So if you want to play us, get ready to fight. Fight, fight, fight with all your might. 'Cause the Bulldogs, grrr, we fight, we bite. Okay, everybody, that's it.
Allison, what? Everybody else is so good. And they've all practiced a lot more than I have. And besides, now that I'm on the school paper, I'm not even sure if I'd have time for this.
Stop worrying. You were better than any of them.
You really think so?
I know it. Listen, you're in Cameo, right? And Cameo girls are the best.
But what about the paper?
Oh, come on, Dina. Everybody else on the Bulldog is like a super nerd. So what do you care? Listen, you're just nervous. It's all. Relax.
I'm too.
Oh, well. I wish they'd hurry up can decide.
Well, she told us.
Well, you know who we've got to pick, so...
Yeah, of course.
With all that. How about, she's a cameo.
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay,
fine.
all right. Okay, girls, please, the members of the squad have decided that the two new girls will be Ellen Rackham. Congratulations, Ellen.
Congratulations.
And Dina McCain. Yes. See, I told you you were good, didn't I? Congratulations.
Dina, all you've given me here is a list of the productions. What I wanted was you to go out there, talk to the kids, get the reactions, look, rewrite this and bring it in tomorrow, okay?
But I can't tomorrow. I've got practice in half an hour and there's a party I have to go to tonight.
You know, if you spend half as much time working on this paper as you spend hanging around with that cameo crowd.
Well, it's none of your business who I hang out with. Wow, you're always making fun of my friends.
Well, isn't that what they do? I mean, sit around and make fun of other people?
Well, as a matter of fact, that's not what they do at all. Well, at the moment, for example, we're planning a raffle for charity.
Oh, yeah. The annual cameo raffle. What are you guys doing this year? Raising money to buy pom-poms for underprivileged cheerleaders?
Man, why don't you just lay off? Are you sure we should be here at lunchtime? I mean, there's no one else around.
It's okay, they don't care. Come on, sit down. Especially if they don't know. Anyway, we don't want anybody else to be around.
Oh, I don't know if I want to start wearing all this makeup. I don't think my mom would like it.
Well, you've just got to, Dina. It's really important to look absolutely perfect at all times. It's practically the cameo trademark. Just tell her you have to wear it, that's all. She'll understand. Tell her it's a school rule. Besides, you'll be meeting everybody at my party tonight and you have to look good. You better call me later so we can discuss your clothes.
Well, okay. But I'm not gonna cut my hair.
What about our shoes, Allison? Don't forget about our shoes. I didn't forget. Just didn't get to them yet. You're so eager, Mary Kath. Dina, your shoes are the worst part of all. They really are super ugly. And a cameo would never, ever, ever wear socks with a skirt. It's so ugly I can hardly even say it.
But I like these shoes. They're comfortable.
Dina.
Oh, all right, all right. I'll get some new shoes. You're changing everything. There sure won't be much of me left when you're finished.
We just want everything to be perfect, right? That's all.
I guess I've always liked writing. I know it's only the school newspaper, but even the Watergate reporters have to start somewhere.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Does your father really do all those stunts in the movies? Or does he have a stand-in?
Dina, you just have to meet someone. I read the script of his new movie, and it's really fabulous. He plays this detective.
Did you see him?
Not yet, but I feel like I already know him.
Goodbye, Alice. Thanks for everything.
Oh, I guess that must be my dad, okay? I'll buy Dad?
Could you ask him to come in, Dina?
Oh, I think he's in kind of a hurry.
Dina,
come on. All right.
Die! I could absolutely die! Hal McCain!
I think I'm gonna faint.
Oh, really?
Daddy, this is Allison, Rosemary, Mary Kath, John, and Ellen, and all of my new friends. This is my father.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Well, have a good time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Which one was Jerry?
Huh?
Jerry. Is she there?
Oh, no. We're not really friends anyway.
Did she get you your job on the paper?
Yeah, but she's a real nerd.
A what?
A nerd. She's always writing me about stuff.
What's that?
Like getting stories in on time.
Don't you get them in on time?
Yeah, but I can't always. I've got things to do. The other kids on the paper are like super nerds. So they've got all the time in the world.
Uh-huh. Super nerds.
I hate these tacky old uniforms. They're really beginning to look crummy.
Well, the school won't give us new ones. Anyway, we've only had these 2 years.
Yeah, I know, but I refuse to wear this one another year. We'll just have to raise the money ourselves.
But that's such a drag. How are we gonna do it?
How about a car wash?
Oh, really? A car wash? That's really gross, Mary Kath.
Why don't we do what the pep club did last year? Remember the big bake sale?
Oh, that's another great idea. Who can cook? I can't cook. Can you cook? Well, I hate to say it, but there's always the raffle. It's the easiest way to raise money.
What? Use some of the raffle money for new uniforms? Doesn't it have to be for charity?
So how's anybody gonna know? Unless you tell them. Do you want to wear these things another season? No, we gotta get something really terrific, you know? Something wild.
Hey, we better go. Dean is supposed to meet us out on the field at 3:30.
Mary Kath, you're just giving me an idea.
The Bulldogs! Bulldogs! Grrr! We fight! Bulldogs! Oh, take a breath.
Listen, I got this terrific idea. You know the cameo raffle?
Yeah.
Well, we want it to be the best ever, right?
Sure.
Well, you'd have to ask your dad. What if the grand prize was getting to go out to dinner with him?
Getting to go out to dinner with him?
We'd sell tickets like crazy. He'd do it, wouldn't he?
I don't know.
Well, you make him do it.
What?
Well, you sort of owe it to Cameo. I mean, we did get you on the squad. I mean, now it's your turn to do something for us.
What do you mean you got me on the squad? I thought you chose me because I was good. Not just because I'm your friend.
Well, right, but a lot of the girls were good.
Hey, Allison! Come on!
Come on, we gotta go.
Well, forget it.
What do you mean, forget it?
I mean, forget it. I had Sandy write it up.
You what?
I had Sandy cover the same story, and she turned hers in on time.
Jerry, that's not fair. You know I'm a better writer than Sandy is.
You know, look, this paper has a deadline, right? And you're just too busy trying to be Miss Congeniality.
Oh, be quiet. I'm sick of all this anyway. If I'd have known you had to be a nerd to be on this paper, I'd never have asked to be on it in the first place.
Well, you know something? You don't have to be on it.
Well, that's just great, because I don't even want to be.
Fine.
You sourpuss. You look like you lost your best friend.
I think I'm going to lose all my friends.
Well, why is that?
Well, look, Daddy. I want you to do something for me, okay?
Hmm? What is it?
Well, Allison had this really fabulous idea about how we could make lots of money for charity. You know, at the cameo raffle.
Oh, yeah. Well, what was it?
Well, the kid who wins the raffle would get to have dinner with you.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. And of course I said you'd do it.
Of course.
You will, won't you?
Dean, you know you shouldn't have said I'd do it before you asked me.
You aren't gonna do it, are you?
I didn't say that.
Well, will you? I mean, this is very important to me. If I don't get you to do it, I won't have a single friend in the whole school anymore.
Why not?
Oh, Daddy, please say yes.
Okay. I'll do it this once if you want me to. But if they're really your friends, it shouldn't make any difference if I agree or not. It's you they care about, right?
Well, sure. Hi. What are you doing here? I wanted to talk to you. So what do you want to talk about? Well, I just didn't want to leave things the way they were. I know you don't think I cared much about the bulldog, but you were wrong. Yeah? I mean, I didn't even realize it until after I quit. And I know I can write. And I miss it. A lot. You want to go out on the porch? You want to have something to drink, a soda or something? Come on. If you put me back on the bulldog, I'd never miss another deadline. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, you know that story you showed me from your old school? That was really good.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey, you know it's weird, but you're the only person I know who cares about writing like I do.
Yeah. But I'm not too big on cheerleading.
But neither am I. Well, that's what I wanted to tell you. I never even wanted to be a cheerleader. And I'm not any good at it either.
You're not?
Look, see, what I decided is that I'm gonna quit cheerleading.
You're quitting the squad?
Mm-hmm.
And Cameo?
Cherry, come on. Now, they're my friends.
Okay, listen, I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but, here goes. Haven't you ever... I mean, hasn't it ever occurred to you that maybe Allison and the rest of those girls are more interested in your father than they are in you?
You will never stop, do you? That's a really rotten thing to say.
Dina!
Ta-da!
What is that?
The banner? Well, we had to go ahead and make it without you.
But it said the date. You didn't tell me it was gonna say a date.
What's with you?
You said you wanted him to take somebody out to dinner. No!
It isn't the same thing. It's not the same thing at all.
don't have to get so upset.
I'm upset because my father's gonna be upset.
Well, don't tell him.
Allison, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't use him that way.
You are such a nerd.
What?
I said you're acting like a real nerd. You see what happens when you hang around with them? You start acting like them.
You know what else happens? You start looking at the kids who think they're so neat, and what you see is a bunch of scared people who are afraid to think for themselves. You just want to let everybody know how superior you are. Well, you are not superior at all, and I'm sorry I ever decided to be in your stupid
You didn't
club.
decide to be in Cameo. I made you a cameo. If I didn't tell you what to wear and how to act, you'd still be the same little nerd you were when you got here.
Well, if I was so hopeless, why'd you want me anyway?
Guess.
You can count that as my resignation. From Cameo and the squad, too. Hey, you okay?
Yeah. You sure were right about them. That's the way it goes.
Tell you what. Race you to the newsroom. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you. How does it feel to be a nerd? Terrific.
Definitely was. I put a link in the comments. Lots of those actors and actresses went on to other things. This film, made by Highgate Pictures, which was a division of Learning Corporation of America, which was at one point owned by Columbia Pictures, but then was sold to Fox, and now belongs to Disney. Disney owns a lot of your childhood. For those of you that grew up around the time that I did, they own Marvel. They own the Schoolhouse Rock series. They own After School Specials. They own Learning Corporation of America, which made scores of educational films, including some really good ones. So, yeah, Disney, our pal. Thanks for tuning in today. Very much appreciate your paying attention, your eyeballs, your comments, letting us dabble a little bit in the late 70s. We have lots of films that we've been going through, and I might be showing all these films from the Chicago Film Society because they all came from the same library, and they all have that awesome intro at the beginning. Maybe that's why I'm watching more and more of them. But we got a bunch from them, more than 100 titles, and before I box them up and ship them to the storage unit, I figured we'd pull some and watch some. So thanks for tuning in. If you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up or the like button. You can also subscribe and get us another plaque, which I will try to figure out a way to hang without destroying more frames. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? So take care, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.